Several months ago, a conservative dating app called The Right Stuff that was backed by billionaire conservative Peter Thiel and, of course, co-founded by a former Trump official by the name of John McEntee. It launched in October. The Right Stuff. We are going to make sure that Republicans only date Republicans. God forbid you go out there and have any kind of attraction to somebody that's not a member of the same political party as you. That's just going to lead to all sorts of problems. So they launched their conservative dating app, and here we are, 2 months later, and oops, it's a massive flop. A massive flop that, by the way, everyone knew was going to be a massive flop. It started off in the month of October with 44,000 downloads from the Apple App Store. It is currently not available for Android, so you're not going to find it in the Google Store, but 44,000 downloads in the Apple App Store. But then from November 1st through December 20th, it only had 17,000 downloads. So the Daily Beast went out to Washington, D.C., where this thing has launched, talking to conservatives, talking to staffers on the Hill for conservatives. Are you on the app The Right Stuff? And the response was pretty much universal, with conservative staffers out there, young conservatives in the dating pool, saying, no. Everybody kind of thinks it's a joke. One young conservative woman actually said the only people on that app are actually Mitch McConnell's staffers. So they want nothing to do with it. But what's even funnier is that about a month after it had launched, reports had already come out of people complaining that there's no women on the site. Apparently, the vast majority of these downloads is just a bunch of conservative dudes. They can't find women. So I imagine that's probably a pretty big roadblock when you have a dating app and you can't find any women willing to join it. Just a bunch of Republican men who want to control women and a bunch of women smart enough to understand those aren't the kinds of guys that they want to be dating. But back to the whole reason this thing is a flop. It's not just because conservative women don't want to be on it. I think that's a big part of it. But the other part of it is people are not necessarily as hyper-partisan in their daily lives as some of these conservative billionaires like to think. Right? Even me, I do this every day. I spend every day reading the news, being involved in politics. I'm not partisan in my daily life. I don't care if I have family members that are Republicans. I don't care if my wife says something that might be a little right-wing. We don't sit there and argue about it. She's allowed to have her beliefs. I'm allowed to have mine. So are my family members. So are my friends. My best friends in the world that I have known for 25 years are hardcore Fox News watching everyday conservatives, and we get along beautifully. We've never had an argument. So why do these conservatives think that, oh, no, if we put a liberal and a conservative together in a relationship, it's going to be constant fighting? No, that's not what happens. Maybe get out of your little billionaire conservative bubble and go out there and look at the real world and realize that you've gotten it all wrong. Or don't. Continue investing your money in these stupid right-wing only projects and losing tons of money because you deserve that too. But I guess when it comes down to it, yes, we all have our political preferences, but not all of us let that rule every bit of our lives. And that's probably a good thing.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.